It's Friday, April 12th. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-Minute Fix. Welcome to the 5-Minute Fix, where we take stories about pretty much anything from pretty much anywhere and try to give it to you in 5 minutes or less. Today, it's the year 2024, guys, and companies, businesses everywhere are trying to find ways to cut down on their environmental impact while still being able to offer the same or maybe even better services. Well, I think this story explains probably the absolute best plan in doing just that. This article's from the BBC. Harwich factory to make jet fuel out of feces in world first. That's right, baby. Forget chemtrails. We got feces being exhausted out of these planes. Probably making a mistake by eating a hot dog during this video. The world's first commercial-scale factory turning human waste into sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, has been announced. Biofuel company Firefly plans to develop the plant in Harwich, Essex, and hopes to deliver fuel by 2028. Now, is this time frame, this 4-year time frame, do they just have to renovate the plant? I imagine so, because I don't think it would take that long to gather the materials in order to convert. But maybe there's a long conversion process, I don't know. It has reached an agreement with wizzair. Oh my goodness. This could not be any more appropriately named. wizzair to use human feces as biofuel for their planes. Wow. It has reached an agreement with wizzair to provide up to 525,000 tons of SAF over 15 years. Firefly Chief Executive James Highgate said biosolids were kind of disgusting stuff, but an amazing resource. Oh God. We're turning sewage into jet fuel. I can't really think of many things that are cooler than that, Mr. Highgate added. SAF production involves using about 70% less carbon than conventional jet fuel, but is several times more expensive to produce. Utility company Anglian Water has committed to providing the biosolids, a product of its wastewater treatment process, to Firefly as part of an initial pilot phase. Another question I have, is there any sort of separation in solids that they're using? Is it all just like in there, all of it, the solids? Paul Hilditch, Firefly's chief operating officer, said there was enough biosolids in the UK to satisfy half of the mandated SAF demand in 2030. And not just the UK, of course. Anywhere in the world where there are people, there's poo, he added. Makes sense, pretty straightforward. Firefly said it was in the process of obtaining regulatory approval for its system to be used for fuel aircraft. wizzair also announced it hoped to power 10% of its flights with SAF by 2030. Okay, yeah, so obviously there's some testing that needs to be done in order to do this, because you can't just have this fuel messing up jet turbines and stuff like that. I am really intrigued at what this process includes. And obviously, I wonder if there's any change in like the scent. Like, I don't know. I got so many questions. Yvonne Moynihan, corporate and ESG, environmental, social, and governance officer at wizzair, said finding sustainable fuel was crucial to reducing carbon emissions from aviation. She said it would require a ramp up of SAF production and called on policymakers to support investment. The government wants at least 10% of airline fuel in the UK to be made from sustainable feedstocks by 2030. Okay, so this is a UK-driven kind of pilot program. I mean, obviously, if this works, I'm sure we'd see this around the world. They did mention it does cost a little bit more in order to refine, I guess, feces into jet fuel. But you know, if they see a bit of success with this, perhaps this will be a good way to help drive innovation in the poop processing industries. And who knows, maybe they'll be using more than 10% by 2030. Who knows? We'll have to wait and find out. My question to you, do you think this is a good idea? And have you ever flown on wizzair? I need to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich, and this has been your 5-Minute Fix.